Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And I just had a coughing attack, so if I sound a little froggy, that's why. So we have a new card deck today, and I want to apologize to those of you who watch via the email that gets sent, because I am now officially 3 days behind. So I will catch up sometime today, but I think I have 4 or 5 clients lined up for today also. So I'll fit things in around the other stuff. Good morning, Barb. You're the first one here today. Welcome, welcome. And there's Carolyn. Awesome. Now people are starting to roll in. Good morning, Joe Neal. Hope things are going well with you. And so our card deck is the Power of Surrender deck by Judith Orloff. 52 card deck to transform your life by letting go. Good morning, Abigail. And so apparently some of us need a little reminder on the letting go piece for today. So we can do this. We got this. So let's start with the breath, because that is an awesome way to cue your body to let go. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Cindy. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting the exhale kind of release everything. In through the nose, out through the mouth. There. Just feeling a sense of settling. You might want to tap your feet on the ground a little bit just to ground. Imagine those roots going down out through the bottoms of your feet and the base of your spine into Mother Earth, grounding you and anchoring you, keeping you solid and stable, and yet reaching for the divine. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. Welcome. So, and that's part of where we're headed, the and, not either or. I'm grounded on Mother Earth, or I'm soaring around in the universe. No, we can do both. We can do all. It is all one. We're the ones who've made these arbitrary divisions that don't tend to serve us. So, our card for today is a fun card. It is Surrender to Passion. Surrender to Passion. So let me grab a drink here, and then I'll read the card, and then we'll see what comes to our heads and to our hearts. It says, well, one more breath. I think we need one more breath. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. So why don't you just put a hand on your belly? Pay attention. What's going on in there? Hello, Linda. What does your belly have to tell you this morning? Just breathe and listen. Mine is telling me I'm putting too much on the plate for today. So when I am done talking with you, I'm going to flick a few things off of today and bump them onto a different day. Wherever they land, but I don't need them all on today. So get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So again, I go back to that Howard Thurman quote, which I'm going to butcher a little bit here, but you'll get the gist, that it doesn't matter what you think you ought to be doing. Follow your passion. Do what you are called to do. Do what makes your heart and soul sing, and you'll be doing for yourself and for the world exactly what needs to happen. So, how many of us were trained? I know my hand's up on this one. How many of us were trained, get your work done first, then you can go play? And how many of us have twisted that from our little child minds into, I have to get my work done, adult work, before I can pursue the things that make my heart sing. So I'm just going to use my list as an example. So here are the things on the list. Laundry, calling a friend of mine to set up something, grocery shopping, ordering some tickets that I'm on the docket to order, scheduling my car to go back in, renewing some Facebook ads and Craigslist, following up with my children. Yes, I wrote it on the list because otherwise it's not going to happen. And posting 3 days worth of YEMIGs. plus the clients that I have scheduled, and I have a discovery call with someone new. So, yes, work first, then play. No, 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 no. We are to the point now, many of us in the final third of this earth walk, I think we get to flip that around. What am I going to do for fun? So I'm going to order those tickets because that's fun. That's going to be that opens the door for fun. So I'm going to do that one first. Let's see, following up with my kids. I'm going to put that, I can't call them too early, but but I'm going to make sure that gets into the picture here, because otherwise I could just churn away with all this work. Good morning, Beth. Glad you're here. Get to the end of the day and look around and, yes, see some things done, the laundry, whatever. And having food in the house, that's useful, yes. But still having that feel, that kind of empty, hollow feel that, what the hell did I do with today? Where did it go? What happened? If, on the other hand, I prioritize the passion stuff first, I order those tickets and I do my journaling and I take the time for that stuff. And there's an online meeting that I want to go to at 8 o'clock because that's more in the wheelhouse where, yes, absolutely, fun first, then work. And let's do that now. Let's not wait until we retire. Let's do that now. What you will find, I will guarantee you, because this is what I've found when I've attended to this well, is having done the fun stuff first, there's more wind in the sails, and I get much more other stuff done. So it's that sharpen the saw thing again. If you pause, take the time to sharpen the saw, whether that's just rest, whether that's some fun, whether that's discernment time, whatever it is, it's time well invested, because then all the other stuff you have to do goes much better. You're clearer headed, you have more energy to put toward it. Good morning, Janine, glad you are here. So that's what I'd like us to try. Even just for today, but if you're willing, for the rest of the week, prioritize the play and the fun first. It might not mean that at 8 in the morning you're running out to do something fun, but it could be that you are contacting a friend to schedule that fun for later in the day so it doesn't get lost in the abyss. That's one of the things I love best about text messaging. When I think of it, I can just send it out there. The work is following you around. Okay. I agree with Weepo. So we'll address that. But doing the fun thing first, or at least getting it prepped to do. I always feel really good when I have, when I've taken some time to maybe send out a bunch of text messages to people. I know it's not bothering them like a phone call might. And that's follow-up from my mother. It didn't matter when the phone rang. She answered it. I'm like, I am not going to be ruled by this little thing. So I tend to text message. Hey, when do you want to get together for lunch? Throw me some options. I'll get back to you. Even just sending out a bunch of those, even if I haven't heard back, feels like, okay, there. Now I've set up my fun. Now I can go about dealing with some of this other stuff. Secondly, if you are creating the mindset that it all can be fun, the Thich Nhat Hanh thing, again, I go back to that. I'm just in awe of that, where he's talking about washing dishes as a meditative, spiritual, sacred experience. It's like, okay, well, if he can do that with dishes, I can probably do that with laundry. How do you turn those things, the seemingly mundane, day-to-day stuff, into something that feeds your soul, gets your soul singing? How do I do this? The just whistle while you work thing. So I'm going back to Cindy's point, the feeling like that work is following you around. That's one of the reasons I do the lists, because if I've, as I say, thrown it up on the paper, then I don't need to keep it in my head. I don't need to keep it in my head. Another thing that you can do with that list then is prioritize it. What's most important here? So that, let's say, like with this particular list, I would say maybe I'll get half of it done today. If I prioritize them and I number them and I start with number 1, what's going to happen? I'm going to get through the stuff that feels most important to me. So if I get to the end of the day and I've not made it to the end of the list, I'm going to feel okay about that. But if I've prioritized all the stupid stuff first and never get around to the one that really matters, I'm not going to feel good at the end of the day. Playing music and singing, that's awesome. Look at that roll. Look at it, all the stuff going on. Having a clean sink, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So you can also do that. What Linda's suggesting, focus on what about doing this thing yields something good. So if you don't like doing the dishes, but you're going to do them because you're going to focus on, what do I like? I like the clean countertops. I like the clean sink. I'm willing to invest this time. Put a time limit on it. How long do you think it's going to take? What I found is we grossly overestimate how long it's going to take us to do the cruddy stuff, right? So, I've got to do the laundry. That's probably going to take me all day. Well, yes, it may take till the end of the day for the last load to be folded and put away, but you weren't doing laundry all day. The machine's doing the work. You just have to do the advancement, right? So watch the language that you're using, but do play a game with it. Estimate. How long do you think it's going to take you? Well, right now, to run downstairs, put the load in the washer, and advance the rest of it to the dryer, less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. But we make a big, hairy deal out of it, right? That's my thing with grocery shopping. Oh, I hate grocery shopping, blah. Usually I'm in the store less than a half an hour. Shop the perimeter, get the hell out of there. I'm done. Half an hour. Do I really want to leave that half an hour hanging over my head? No. Just do it. Just do it. So I have a 1 hour gap in my schedule, and I have a 3 hour gap in my schedule today. Perfect. I can do the groceries, I can advance the laundry, I can do those little things. Meyer pickup. There you go. I used to do that when I lived in Rapid. I don't do that here. I'm not sure why. I might have to discern about that. Yes. So try some of these tricks. Try a few things. But the end result, what I'd like to see is when you get to the end of your day today and days moving forward, you can call out the fun things that you put in there or you set up for your future, and they didn't get buried in the work that doesn't end. Because what I tell people is there's always more work. And if you drop over of a heart attack, what's going to happen? They're going to kick your corpse out of the way, plunk someone else in the desk, and away they go, right? When you have something happen, and I did at one point in my 30s have someone say to me, you know, Bon, you don't have to wait until you get sick to have a day off. Yeah, it was, there you go, lunch with a friend, fabulous, yay you, awesome. But it was that churn. Oh, there's more work, so I gotta keep working. No, it'll be there tomorrow. It'll be there tomorrow. And if you never get it done, I remember my sister telling me a story of her boss having, I don't know how many thousands of emails. It was a healthcare system. And she got so overwhelmed by all these emails sitting there, she erased everything. She said if it's important enough, they'll send it again. That was mind-boggling to me. What an interesting way to manage that. I'm not sure I could ever do that, but I just thought it was an interesting perspective. So, what will you do today to surrender to passion, to have some fun, to put the spark back in something, to look at? If you say to me, I don't even know what I like to do, I have no idea, I'm going to suggest to you, A, that you think back to when you were younger and had a lot of fire in your belly, had a lot of passion. What were you doing then? Some of those things might be resurrectable. There's a good word. If not, think about what are some things that you think you would like. If you, like me, started that list of 100 things you want to do before you die, go find your list again. I've got mine sitting right here because I keep adding to it. I haven't made it to 100 yet. But go back and look at the list. See what sparks you today. Maybe you can take a step forward with one of those things on your list. There's lots of things that we can do to make this earth walk more pleasant. And play and fun and enjoyment and tapping into the things that give us passion and delight is a great way to go. So, enough of the work. Work can be a 4-letter word. And let's have some play in there, which is also a 4-letter word. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Mixing it up. And how can you make the work more playful? So, like we had for suggestions, put on some music, sing while you're working, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to start with 20 things. I see. And you might want to rank order those. Which one's going to feed my soul the most? That's the one I'm going to start with. And then I'll sprinkle in some of the other stuff. So have at it. Enjoy your day. I'll get these 3 days posted eventually. And we'll see you again tomorrow. I've got to get my Harry Potter tickets ordered, and that's going to be my fun step for today. We'll see. I think it's supposed to be colder, but I might stick my nose outside for a walk also. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. And go.